I'm Jason Gilbo here at Fantasy Football Cafe, taking a look at the first of three New York teams, looking into the Buffalo Bills. Good news for them, they're just not as dysfunctional as one of the other New York teams, the Jets. Um, Trying to get some sense of worth from Rex Ryan's new team here, as well as Greg Roman coming in. Not a lot I like. The turnover in Buffalo has been one to watch. Rex Ryan not going to have much to do with the offensive side, but Greg Roman does. Like I said, he's an offensive coordinator who feeds running backs the ball coming out of San Francisco. You've seen what he's done. Real slow offense, grind it out. Uh, for McCoy, I think McCoy's probably your best option here out of the Bills. Maybe not the best option at running back around the guys around him, but definitely your lone star coming out of Buffalo. Um, just taking a look at the Bills' passing quarterback situation, it's a mess. Rumors have gone E.J. Manuel, Matt Castle, even Tyrod Taylor getting some names and some reps in there. Needless to say, whoever the Bills' quarterback is, not going to be an option for me in 2015. And I don't think you need me to tell you that. But I think possibly you're going to see an issue with Sammy Watkins. Going to enter in as a number one wide receiver for Buffalo. Really only saw a somewhat decent production when Kyle Orton was under center. Now, what's going to happen? Roman's heavy running attack combined with a quarterback rotation, where we have no idea what's going to happen with. It's hard to really say that he can produce at a solid level. Late rounds, sure, I'll definitely take a risk on him. But still getting a little bit of buzz heading in the draft season, something I don't really want to mess with. And that goes to say with the targets at what it's going to be, Percy Harvin, Robert Woods, off the charts for me. I don't even need to touch them or deal with them. Charles Clay is a guy to watch on, not through the draft, but through the early few weeks there. Could get some targets, going to line up a lot. Clay's a nice, decent tight end. Definitely a step up in the receiving game from Scotty Chandler there, who went to the New England Patriots. So like I said, passing game, not a lot to worry about, not focus on those other teams. McCoy's coming in on people's radar as a big fancy producer for the season. Seen him going kind of mid to late in the first round, and late's kind of a stretch. I really haven't seen him go a lot of times past 10, which is somewhere I would try and sneak him coming on the turnaround, or maybe if it's a heavy running back to grab him early. I think there's a few concerns with McCoy, the drop off in the receptions last season, going from who had 48 in 2012 to 50 plus over the last couple of years, and then down to 28. Yeah, you can maybe say Sproles had a little bit of an impact on that, but still, in a Chip Kelly offense, you would have hoped to see McCoy get a lot more touches than that. His yards per carry also dropped by a full yard last season, so I like McCoy. I think he's going to be a solid fantasy football running back. Pairing with the guys around him, a guy around him I really, really like, and I would rather have over McCoy is Jeremy Hill for the Cincinnati Bengals, who has likely been going just behind McCoy, actually, so it's been nice for me. I'll sit back and let you guys take McCoy while I take Jeremy Hill with plenty of upside and a nice offense who's going to likely really air it out and move the pace there, so I like that quite a bit. Taking a look, if McCoy doesn't reproduce over 5 yards per carry and get his passing game numbers up, I really think his numbers could be duplicated somewhere lower in the draft. So I haven't really been talking about defenses, but the Bills come in as a top 5 defense, top 3 depending on where you're looking at, and I fully agree. Their front seven very solid, secondary fairly average, but I like Stephon Gilmore coming. Now pair them up with Rex Ryan. You got to love that defense coming in there. If you're a guy for drafting defenses, you got to like the Bills. Wrapping things up, it's really hard for me to say anything positive about the Bills. Like McCoy, just not at the right ADP, not worrying about the passing game. It's really defense and McCoy is all the Bills really have to offer. And like I said, good news is you are not the Jets.